It's the Southern Senpais Show, where small-town Southerners explore big-time Japanese entertainment, anime, manga, and everything in between. Here's your hosts, Nicholas and DJ.
What's going on, y'all? This is Southern Senpais, two Southern guys exploring Japanese culture together. I'm Nicholas.
I'm DJ.
And what are we talking about here today, DJ?
All right, so the last two episodes were about Bleach, the 1,000-year blood art. But we're back at it again because we can do whatever we want to.
Whatever we want because it's our show.
We'll do it as many times as we want. No, I'm kidding. So we're doing episodes 16 through 20, and we're taking a break from Bleach until they build up their episodes again. We had to do something that was just, I hope you know that we actually do put work into this.
Okay.
Nicholas, we put work.
We put a ton of work in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want you to know that for the first time in Southern Senpai history, we had to watch subbed for these episodes.
Oh, man.
We had to watch subbed for these episodes. We try. Okay.
When we first started watching the episodes, I couldn't keep up with the subtitles. I was like, wait a minute, I can't read fast enough.
Dude, first of all, the fucking subtitles were like overlapped with the actual Japanese text that was just there for, I don't know. And sometimes they just put in random subtitles in the actual Japanese episode to describe what's going on. Oh, hey, this person's Zanpakuto means XYZ. Like just little tidbits.
Yeah,
and
one of the episodes we were watching, the stuff was going on, but the subtitles weren't working.
Yeah, the subtitles were being blocked by the Asian subtitles that were there, which were really unnecessary because if they were speaking Japanese, I would be able to hear these people.
But the thing, there was like three things going on at one time because it was the song that was playing.
Yeah.
And it was the Japanese whatever stuff going on. And then there was the
dialogue.
And I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, yeah, because it was giving subtitles for the song. Then it was giving, that's with the fear, right?
Yeah, that was
subtitles
Rukia,
for the... We're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit, but it was the subtitles for the song, then subtitles for the credits, then subtitles for the dialogue.
And I was like, I don't know what's going... I don't speak Japanese. I know I'm watching anime and stuff, but...
I remember I was watching it and I'm like, they are not saying anything that's relevant. They were like, I'm going to kill, and the star is falling from the sky in great beauty. It was like, what? I'm reading the wrong subtitles, okay?
But there were no other subtitles. It was just...
It's just...
And the crazy part, they were talking. It wasn't like some stoic anime stuff where they're just like gleaming off into the distance.
The antagonist and Ruki are talking.
Yeah, and so I'm just like, hey man, I don't know what's going on.
I genuinely am so confused by this scene.
And it's anime and fighting, so you can confer, but still though, like they're sitting there talking and I'm just like, and then like you said, it's just like the star is falling and the night is so quiet and I'm just like, hey man, that's got nothing to do with what's going on TV now.
And we can't tell that it's not dialogue. We can't tell that it's for the song and not for the dialogue, because when Japanese songs are translated to English, it doesn't rhyme. So it just seems like dialogue.
You could tell because it's like the star is falling and all is quiet and I'm just like, okay.
But at the same time, it's anime. You have no idea.
But they're talking about fear and all this that doesn't affect me and stuff. And then songs.
It's so confusing. That's why we watch dub though.
This is why we watch.
This is the reason.
We're American.
This is why we watch dubbed. It's not because we can't read, which is that we don't like doing it. We just don't want to do it.
But anyway, to start off, so episode 16 starts off with what's his name?
They're getting the Bankais back with the pills.
Yeah, with the
pills.
Not Kenpachi. What's the guy's name with the green
man
hat?
with the green hat that has white stripes, or a white striped hat with a green stripe? It was everyone knows who we're talking about.
Yeah.
There's only one guy in a whole anime of Bleach who wears a hat with green and white stripes.
That guy calls the dude in the gold cloak.
Yes, he's a gold cloak. Now he's pimped out, but he's usually a weird zebra-looking science guy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, eventually we have to really, like, these names are so difficult. To me, if you're tuning into the show, you're listening to two Southern guys trying it out, but like,
yeah, this is us exploring Japanese culture.
This is what
just
it's like.
looking like dumbasses the whole time and sounding like it.
This is what it's like. Cause all right, so something's happening. I feel like I'm my dad. You know, when you try to explain things to your dad, and you're like, "Oh yeah, Dad. Like, what's going on is Elon Musk is doing blah blah, and he's going off to space." And your dad's just, "Cool, man. Congratulations."
You're just like, cool story, Dad.
Yeah, I remember I tried to explain cryptocurrency to my dad, and I was like, "Yeah, man." And so it's like a physical coin. I mean, it's not a real coin. It's a digital coin. And it's backed by the blockchain, and basically, like stocks, basically how many people want it drives the price up and down. What people like about it is that they can be untraceable over the internet, but also if you lose the code to your wallet, you lose all that money forever. And my dad says, "That's stupid." And I'm like, "It's not stupid. It's worth a lot of money." And that he goes, "Yeah, but it's worth a lot of money because people believe it's worth a lot of money." He goes, "At least gold, they can throw it at somebody, even if it is worthless." I was like, "I guess."
You got a point.
I guess.
But so the first episode coming back, we find out
This is 16, right? Yeah.
old Green Hat.
They ain't right. Old Green Hat.
Old Green Hat. He's found a way to get their bankais back.
Yeah.
And old pimp over there.
Dripped out in gold. Pimping, bro.
But he's not a complete psychopath because it gave his lieutenant the same powers.
Exactly. She had the hat and a mink, a gold mink. He's a pimp, dog.
80s pimp.
Let me tell you something. As a black man, I've seen several pimps. That guy's a pimp. That guy is a pimp, bro.
But so we come to, what's the little short dude with the ice?
Isn't his that the guy with the ice dragon wings?
Yeah.
Somebody's listening to this right now and just laughing their ass off. Can I get these fucking names correct?
I do know that I think it's the Zanpakuto, right? It's Hirumaru. Hirumaru.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because he's like an ice dragon thing. And he's,
Right.
"Oh, yeah, you should die next to your big titty lieutenant."
Right.
Because
know.
people should die together, and I'm the iron, right? So then he then I touched the pill, and because it partly hollows them, they all get their bankais back. That doesn't make any sense, and the way he explains it is basically, it's anime logic.
Anime logic.
And then they all, right before they're all about to die, they all go with full standish, full...
Hey man, I'm just gonna let y'all know. I'd be like, you might kill me, but that's a stupid power.
That is just, the name sucks.
The name sucks.
Quincy's all French because all of their powers sound French. It could be Dutch. Is Dish Dutch?
It could be German. It could be.
I only speak English, man. I don't know.
We're Americans, so
That's
all we need to speak, right?
If right, exactly. I mean, if they would have said something like, "I don't really know any Spanish either. I know quiero cervezas." That means I want some beer. I know that part.
I know me gusta hamburguesa.
Yeah.
Is it I like or I want hamburgers?
I think quiero is. We're getting on topic here.
But
what we
anyway.
did talk about is that these Quincy's, so they go into full standish mode, which is like their versions of Bankai. Yeah,
And so dude goes into ice form and he's, "Oh, you fucked up, man. You." He's like, "All right, I'm about to send you and your big titty lieutenant off at the same time."
and then short guy gets his part hollow back. And so
And
then
he's, oh, bro, it's on now.
So then he freezes them into this giant cross thing. And then, to be fair, he broke out eventually, but the show was stolen by... Well, the whole rest of the episode is just the superhero guy, Superstar.
Oh,
Superstar Quincy.
Just bodying 3 people at once.
Oh my gosh. And he's... Oh, yeah. And then this little old man who's a star. He's
Go,
like...
Mr. Superstar!
And he's like, yes, basically, there's this super evil Quincy who's like a luchador, even though he's clearly not Hispanic at all. And he has like this little short guy who could apparently regenerate and stuff like that, and who cheers him on. And the more he cheers him on, the more powerful the superstar guy
He reminds me of, who's the greatest Earth fighter in Dragon Ball Z?
Hercule?
Hercule. He reminds me of Hercule.
Yeah, Hercule. Yeah, because he's just super buff, and he's like, yeah, I'm the best. He was actually fun to watch.
Yeah, no.
I enjoyed that guy.
And then, so he pretty much kicks the three dudes' ass, and then...
He kicks the guy who has a spear as a Zanbakuto. There's another guy who's on his team who's his, like, the bald guy with the spear's rival.
He's like a Buddhist or something, right?
Yeah, and he has some blue eyelashes. And then there's another guy who has
some other type
some
of
chains, and he has like a 69 on his face tattooed.
Which is pretty funny.
It's pretty great, actually. And then they're all defeated by the superstar guy, and then two more captains show up. One of which I've never seen before, but he does like some sort of dance or something, but he gets crushed. Right. Just say it seems like the current thing to me in anime is like, if I've never seen you prior to this and you're bragging about how powerful you are, you're not, and you're going to die. Like,
which is what happened.
It's exactly what happened. That captain got crushed. The other one, I recognize him because he was one of the visors from before, but then he also got crushed. There was that one guy who was a leader of the visors who got crushed by that one girl who, like, she was that one Quincy where she told someone to come back to her room, and then she split him in half because she was upset. But if you split the guy in half, why was your chest out in that scene? Why did you just zip up? Like, when you have interactions with people, like, and that sexual interactions with people, they just split themselves in half? I don't know. Anyway, her whole thing is that she drops bombs, right? So she was...
Right.
Fighting the guy with the visor, and then who shows up?
The Wolfman.
Yeah, but he's not so wolf anymore.
But that's the next episode, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then we find out that he had to give up his heart to the King Wolf.
Yeah, it's like the king of his clan. So he's a wolf looking fox person, and his clan was like banished. Not banished, but made fun of, or outskirt.
They said in the episode that they did these horrific things, so they were turned into animals.
Yeah.
And that wasn't enough punishment. This is what ended up.
Yeah, he uses his Jinkai technique to make himself even more powerful by giving up his very own heart. He rips his heart out of his chest to become temporarily... He's not really temporarily invincible because he's not really a human.
And then the dude eats his heart. Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, it was by the way, this clan leader is not an actual dude. It's a giant dog.
Yeah, it's like a giant old dog.
It looks like... You ever see the Never-Ending Story?
No.
For those of you who have, there's this dragon that looks like a big white dog. And that's what he looks like. He's like a shaggy Clifford. Like a shaggy white Clifford.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you could say it's a shaggy white. Yeah.
He's a giant dog. I don't know that many giant dogs. I'm sorry. Right. Maybe if I knew more giant dogs, I would reference them.
Cerberus.
Shut up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you not educated? But no, and so at the last episode, she throws the bombs and they like actually hurt him, and then she throws him again and he's like, that ain't hurting me because I'm not even alive.
Yeah, so her von Standish powers we thought they were bombs, but what she's actually doing is she's throwing reishi. It's like this energy thing. And when her reishi touches stuff, they explode. So she's not actually throwing bombs. She's throwing things that make the stuff they touch explode. But because he's not alive, it doesn't really affect him because he's a zombie person. He doesn't feel pain.
It's crazy, the chick's mannerisms. At first, she was all confident and everything. She was like, oh, I'm going to kill everybody.
Oh, if I can't see what's right up or down, I'm just destroy everything because I'm the best.
But then once she finds out, dude, I don't feel pain and I'm immortal, she was like, oh, damn.
Yeah. He just sprints away like a little chicken. You know how it is. Usually the most boisterous people are like the most scared.
Exactly. And then the thing is, then we find the guys that lose, like the Quincy's. The Quincy's that lose, They get beheaded.
Yeah, they do. One of the head Quincy's, he cuts off the heads of a robot Quincy and the one who was stuck on the ice because they both lost. The robot Quincy lost when
the stealth chick...
We'll get these names eventually.
When the stealth chick got her Bankai back and she was just like...
Yeah, she fired a giant missile. She's the leader of the stealth crew.
The stealth force.
Stealth force.
Yeah.
Which really, that was anticlimactic. Everybody else had like a lot of... She was like, oh, I have my Bankai back? Cool. Here's a one shot. Done.
I was like, oh, okay.
But the Quincy's beheading people. Like, they behead, and then the king absorbs them again after they're beheaded.
Yeah, and that, dude, I was like...
What did you think of this? So the way, by the way, the robot guy was beheaded regularly, and he had oil splash everywhere, which was cool because his blood was black, but the other guy's blood was red. So you're saying it was half blood, half black, half red pools, which was cool, right? Mm-hmm. What did you think about the guy's sword power?
Whose sword?
When you tried to cut off, so each one of the Quincy's has a letter, and the one who's, oh, you can die next to your lieutenant, of course he loses because he's a villain. Right. And before he gets beheaded, the head guy tries to chop his head off with a sword, but it doesn't work at first because he eats the iron. And so then he goes, oh, because you were saved by good fortune, now you will be killed by the same amount of bad fortune.
Yeah, that was crazy. At first I didn't get it, but then I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, because then he just explodes.
Because I was like, I thought they were going to be like, oh, because like in medieval times, it was like, if it didn't kill you or something like that, you got spared or something.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a pardon. It's supposed to be a pardon, yeah.
So I thought that was going to be like, oh, since this strike that usually kills people in one blow didn't kill you, we'll give you a second chance. And he was like, nah, I'm going to make sure you die.
Yeah, he was like, oh, look, you saved yourself because you have good fortune. That sucks because it's going to be way worse now because now you're just going to die from worse fortune.
And then he explodes. And I was like, yo,
that's crazy.
That's
crazy.
And then you said, the robot dude, he just spills and oozes like, blah.
To be fair, if I saw that, and I'd be like, yeah, just cut it off regularly, please. I don't really want whatever happened to that guy. I don't really feel it.
But, and the crazy part is, okay, and then also, we have to talk about Renji whenever he shows up.
Yeah, we skipped over a bunch, didn't we? So Renji, he comes back because the two captains are defeated by the superstar, Mr. Superstar.
The dude kills the other captain with the star on his head.
Yeah, so one of the captains can punch really well. He has these like metal hand things, and as long as he's making contact with you, it punches you. But the little guy keeps cheering him on, so he's super powerful, right? Then this other guy, he has this weird plant needle powers that like kills the little guy.
But they give a performance, like an orchestra performance or
and
something?
So basically, because the guy's listening to his performance is what's making all this happen. So the superstar literally ruptures his own ears to overcome this and defeats him, right? So then, who comes out but Renji? See, Renji has a name you can say that you can remember. Renji. How easy is that?
That's real.
Renji, Rukia, Ichigo. Like, I'll say this. I feel Kenpachi. It seems like the people that you're supposed to like are the ones you can remember.
Or maybe we're just idiots.
Or maybe we just only like those ones, so we only remember them.
Confirmation bias, right?
First of all, I have to admit, all Renji, Rukia, and Ichigo all come back from, and Rukia's older brother, they all come back from the other side. Not from the other side, from the King's Lair.
Yeah.
Covered in drip, bro. Why? What is up with anime? And every time they go through a training arc, they come styled out. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you have to stop and get Jordans while we're here dying?
Renji came down in glasses and everything. I was like, damn.
He had a mink coat on. I was like, bro, what you doing?
At least some swag for everybody else, man. Damn.
Bro.
And then he finds out that he didn't know the real name. Like not the real name, but like the full name of his Zanpakuto.
Yeah.
And it turns out that it's like a sword and what's that thing on the...
A monkey hand or something.
Yeah.
Big old monkey hand.
And the crazy part is Renji just destroys this guy super easy.
In 2 seconds, like almost like he was disappointed. He was like, oh, wow, cool, it's over. I'm going to leave now. Bye.
Making these captains look, mind you, these are squad captains. These are not
top best of the best.
And Renji's, y'all weak, man.
It's weak sauce, bro. You two can defeat him, but I did it by myself super easily.
Renji might have really gotten elevated, but we haven't seen all that much of him. But yeah, dude, I thought that stuff was crazy.
I like the fear guy. So then there's this, Rukia comes back and she gives the 2 captains somewhere, right? She lays him down. And then there's this fear, the F guy.
Yeah.
He was the guy who defeated her older brother, and he fires these fear thorns. But because she has these ice powers, she's able to slow down her body to basically kill herself and allow herself to be dead, so that way
fear can't seep in.
Exactly. And then, of course, what does he do? He goes for Standish. I go for Standish. And then he's, oh yeah, now I cause fear by just looking at me.
By visual optic.
And so then she's infected. But then her brother, this intro.
Dude, what's his name? His name is...
You got it. You can do it.
Something. I don't know.
It's something. The Rose Flower Man.
The Rose Flower Man.
Actually, to be fair, he's like really cool.
Yeah. No. So anyway, she looks really cool, and then she gets caught up because he goes whatever you said, and then all of a sudden you just see a slice.
I'm just looking at the name right now. Byakuya.
What?
Byakuya. It says Byakuya. Byakuya. But that's not it. I know it's not it. And yet, that's how
What are you trying some Naruto stuff? Some Byakuya.
Yeah. What's that thing before Dave Chappelle was like, So that's his name now. We're going to call him Byaw. So Byaw shows up and rips everything in half. Rips up the whole illusion.
He rips it in half, and then Fear's Byaw. It's good to see you again.
Oh, welcome for Byaw. I ripped out your guts before. How you doing?
How you doing? Did you lose some weight? I know you couldn't eat.
They ripped out your stomach.
And just as you think, oh, wow, shit's about to go down, then he was, you know what? You got it, little sister.
They just leaves. Yeah, you're not even worth my time. And it was like his sister,
He's like,
Rukia.
you've gotten so... He actually recognizes Rukia.
That's how you know the series is ending.
Right.
all problems are being resolved.
And she's like, yeah, you're right. I can do this. And then she just goes full beast mode.
Yeah, her Bankai is like an ice atomic bomb.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. And then her hair turns white and stuff like that, which is wild.
Turns into an ice princess or something like that.
Yeah, like she has these weird, I don't know if you noticed, but her straps made like these tiny like butterfly wings on the back of her. It was like, not tiny, they're like large actually.
And then so the crazy part is at the end, was like, hey man, this is a really powerful Bankai.
You have to undo it slowly or you will die.
You got to chill. It's really difficult, but really powerful. So you're just going to have to get the hang of this. Because if you notice throughout the battle, she was like, oh, I'm overdoing it a little bit. She got the little...
She like hurt herself a little bit because she was so powerful, yeah.
And he said, then he was like, now, let's go protect the Serite.
And she's, yeah, let's go do it. Okay, so now we get to the good part. All right, I ain't gonna lie, all that other stuff was cool, but I love seeing Kenpachi.
Kenpachi Zaraki.
There's this guy called V who, like, he basically had the power to erase himself from people's minds and, like, they couldn't see him. So Kenpachi's lieutenant, the little girl, was, like, hitting him. And we got to see her sword for the first time.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, she pulls out her Zanpakuto, and there are 2 other characters with her. And they dance. Like, they look like hollows.
Yeah. Probably.
They look like 2 hollows who, like, dance with her when she swings her sword. But that doesn't last long because... Twist, that V guy was not the real V guy. The real V guy He like whatever he imagines becomes true. And then Kenpachi shows up, and he finally knows the name of his Zanpakuto, which I don't remember. That's not the point. Just know that
It's something with an N.
I'm going to leave it at that. So,
You just had to go there, didn't you?
I didn't. What did I say? What did I didn't say anything, did I? Did I say anything?
No, you
Did
didn't say.
So then, yeah, Kenpachi is so powerful at this point that he is like slicing through everything. That this guy can literally imagine anything. Like when you get sliced, he just imagines that it heals, and he's just healed. He just imagines that a meteor is falling from the sky, and it falls from the sky, which Kenpachi just slashes in half. This guy went full Madara and just, oh no, okay, I'm just gonna drop.
And
the
he's so confident, and Kenpachi's, that's cool.
yeah, yeah.
I'll be right back.
The first time Kenpachi tries to cut him, see, look, I imagined my body was harder than steel, so you couldn't cut me. But then of course Kenpachi does, and he's you should have told me you was hard as steel. I would have went full can slash harder than steel.
Bring it, man.
That's my favorite part.
There is nothing I can't cut through.
That's my favorite part about this character. He's like, oh wait, you can do this? Great. Now I'm just gonna show you that I'm more powerful just because I decide I'm more powerful. And
That's what was it in the last episodes? He was like, "Yeah, no, I felt myself, so I just got stronger."
Right.
And you were just like, what?
right. He was like, oh yeah, I fought myself, and I figured out I'm really powerful, so I just got more powerful. What?
And everybody's, this man's nuts.
Right. In fact, Kenpachi is such a monster. He makes a guy who can imagine anything scared, and he imagines himself losing, so he loses. Kenpachi is such a flex that when the imagination guy sees how powerful he is, he basically just kills himself.
Dude, Kenpachi just psychologically tortures this man into being like, oh, I have no chance against this guy.
Everything that he throws at him, he makes another version of himself during the fight. And Kenpachi's like, oh, this is a clone. He's like, no, it's another me. And then that means my imagination powers are even doubled. It does nothing. This dude throws this man into the vacuum of space because he says, oh, I can cut through anything. So he throws him into the vacuum of space after throwing a giant meteor at him that would have destroyed the entire world, which he just Kenpachi slices with ease because Kenpachi.
Right.
He throws him into the vacuum of space, and then Kenpachi reaches through the vacuum of space to still
like,
slice him in half.
You thought you could get rid of me? And the guy said, yo, man, who is this guy? What the fuck?
What is going on right now?
And he's, well, what's up, man? Let's go. Like, and he's, hey, man.
I thought this was a fight. This is something. You cheating. You cheating.
And he's, come on, man, you got imagination. Let's do this. Like,
yeah. And then what did Kenpachi say? He was like, you just can't imagine yourself beating me. I was like, dang, bro.
Yeah,
this man hit him right to the self-confidence.
He was just imagining. He was like, can I beat this guy? And then Kenpachi was like, you were just imagining you couldn't beat me, huh? And he was like, hey, man, does this guy know what I'm thinking?
Is this a roast?
And then he just kills himself.
Yeah, because he tries to fight him, and he's, I imagine myself lose. Oh my God, that's awful.
Just imagine you are so powerful, and then you get a guy that just terrifies you, and you're just like, yeah, no, I lose.
And then so you lose for real. And then turns out he's a brain. Yeah, so when he dies, he turns into a giant. He's just like a
he turned
brain.
into a giant brain.
Didn't they all have to drink the Quincy King's like blood or something like that?
Yeah.
He's a brain.
Yeah, I don't. And wasn't there a dude that was watching on, and he was like, this guy?
Yeah.
I mean,
Where did he get this brain? This is a brain? A brain? And Kenpachi's, what's happening? Oh yeah, my body was part of my imagination. He goes, yeah, I'm just running out of imagination powers. You're running out of an imagination. What is this, South Park? When are you going to defeat your imagination?
how do you run out of imagination?
I don't know, man. I don't know. But I thought, well, what'd you think of the episodes?
Oh no, I thought the episodes were great.
It's only getting better, yeah.
I was like, the pacing on this is great. The pacing in this is not like typical anime where they stretch everything out. They're like, no, We're making this shit go.
We're giving you everything you want, and then that's it. There's no filler here. Only meat and potatoes.
But awesome. All right, guys, that's Southern Senpais. My name is Nicholas.
I'm DJ.
And we'll see y'all later.
See you.
This has been Southern Senpais on Comic-Con Radio. You can follow the show at Southern Senpais on all major social media platforms. Tune in next Wednesday for a fresh episode. Y'all come back now. You hear?